Yeah, you ain't know. Listen, if you hear any noise or voices in the background, if you can have the willpower, disregard it. All right, listen. This specific vid, is just more about what's what's basically going to be unraveling right before individuals' eyes. And this little side note, a little something, basically just saying, my fault. I got a couple packages here and stuff like that. What's this? Yeah, yeah, like this. All right. So yeah. So the thing is, there's going to be some things happening that's, it may seem like, come out of a movie and stuff like that. These things may most likely could be occurring because there is going to be something about, you know, there you might see some beams or what have you that are like 15 foot or taller and stuff like that. And so basically, so you might be seeing that. So yeah, all right. So yeah. So this is so this being said, okay, you feel me? There is going to be some things that you feel me. The veil is thinning. Okay, it's thinning. That means, okay, there was a war. There was a war. You feel me? Past tense. Okay, and the thing is, okay, certain insectoids. Okay, they did put a certain veil to contain certain ones. Okay, it was like very strategic, and they put a veil over certain ones, and so that veil is kind of like, well, just let's just say, that's kind of what happened at that, that specific time. Okay, the thing is that, things are going to be being revealed. There are going to be some animals, and certain animals, there may be certain animals leaving, there may be certain animals that may be appearing, certain animals, you feel me, you may see some animals that you ain't seen before, you feel me, you may seen some that may, you feel me, like, oh yeah, you thought it was a myth and stuff. Okay, the veil is thinning to where these are going to appear. You may even see fairies, you may even see like gnomes, you may see these. Okay, all right, the veil is thinning. Okay, so the thing is, money in a sense was a form of control. Okay, that that timeline is collapsing. Okay, so this is another thing to say. There is, there is some things that have been underwater. Okay, that may come to the surface and everything, and certain ones may be showing individuals how to live, basically how to, go about without having to use money as a form of exchange. Okay, now these are specific for specific channels and everything, and things that I know within myself. Okay, so that's why I said, DNA. Well, DNA genetic codes are unraveling. So certain ones, their supernatural abilities may come to a shock to them that they didn't know they could do. Some may have something to do with touch, and some may have certain thing with smell, certain thing with taste, certain thing with sight, certain thing with hearing. So the thing is to be able to tap into these. That's why it's good to get out in nature. She'll let you know what your abilities is. Okay, just go out there. You feel me? You can't be scared of you feel me? Don't be scared of the unknown. Okay, because that's like being scared of yourself. Okay, just know that this journey has been sacred. Okay, it's sacred. This has been sacred. Okay, it's a sacred journey for all of us. If you rearrange the word sacred, you might find the word scared in there. So the thing is to build courage. Don't be nervous. Don't be scared. Okay, of yourself. Okay. Now here's another little thing. Okay. When it gets to, when, I kind of like to use the butterfly and caterpillar analogy and stuff like this. Listen, okay, do you think like, okay, okay, the ones that have a lower degree of consciousness, okay, okay, here's a little certain channel kind of brought to me a little bit, some individuals could be, some individuals could be so smart that, they could be dumb, okay? So, that being said, let's just say this, okay? Certain ones, okay, certain, do you call a butterfly a caterpillar? Do you go around calling a butterfly a caterpillar? Or do you go around calling the caterpillar, do you call a caterpillar a butterfly? Okay? So there's certain avenues that individuals, you feel me? In order for a caterpillar to evolve to a butterfly, it has to do certain things, okay? Certain caterpillars, you feel me? Certain caterpillars not all caterpillars turn into butterflies. So certain caterpillars, you feel me? If they don't take the necessary, you feel me, the path to basically, put in the work, you feel me, and then leave it to the universe, you feel me, and unravels, their butterflies. See, caterpillars don't believe, they turn into butterflies, okay? You feel me? You feel me? It's just something that happens, it's just like a beautiful thing that happens. And there's different colored caterpillars. So that's what I'm saying. Certain caterpillars may not believe in butterflies. And that's where, you feel me, and you feel me, and so that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta know certain lower degrees of consciousness aren't able to see the higher degrees of consciousness, okay? Yet the higher degrees of consciousness can see the lower degrees of consciousness, okay? So certain ones won't believe certain things, okay? Because they haven't rose to that certain, they didn't access that higher degree of consciousness, okay? They don't believe it, okay? Even though the higher degrees of consciousness is running the show in the first place. Okay, so that's the whole part. So certain ones, you feel me, just let them, you feel me, if they want to stay inside their fishbowl, you feel me, their little fish tank, just stick them there, okay? You feel me? You feel me? When their time comes to awaken to what's going on, they don't, you feel me? Whoa, and then it's all the whole, they didn't know and all that. So that's what I'm saying, like, there's time to get in tune with yourself, okay? You take yourself wherever you go, okay? You feel me? And you feel me? Right the wrongs as soon as possible, okay? So you got good fortune that, you feel me? You get some good, you feel me? You aim to get into your dharma, okay? So that's what I'm saying. These are things, life has always been about cycles. And some individuals are repeating karmic cycles, means they haven't learned their lesson, okay? You feel me? Some are trying to escape using drugs, okay? If you don't know how to, you feel me? You got to learn how to deal with yourself. You feel me? Deal with your own emotions, okay? You feel me? Life, you feel me? With humans, it's about expressing, okay? You feel me? And certain ones, individual, you feel me? If you find out, it's about expressing, okay? When humans have emotion, okay? And then the ego was an avenue of, and you got to know how these intertwine and the unity between them. You don't keep trying to separate them and try to say them and all, because you're trying to separate yourself. You feel me? You're only fighting yourself. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying. Like this. So just wake up. You feel me? And you ain't got to be with no religion, okay? You feel me? You just be nature. You feel me? Like I said, I when you find out about the goddess, the yin, and then you find out about God, the yin, and when they get married, and you get a certain boom boom boom, and you'll find out, and you'll find out more about yourself. You feel me? Though this journey is finding out more about, you feel me, waking up and remembering who you have always been and who you are, you feel me, in relationship to the world, to what you are in relationship to things, what you choose to be, you feel me, what you choose to be in relation to another. Do you choose to be a slave to another, or do you choose to be, who do you choose to be? It's always giving you you feel me, that's why I say change is the only thing you could count on. Allow others to change, allow people to change, you feel me? Be fun to change to who you would like to be. Just, you feel me? However, the falsity is going to fall away, the fake is going to fall away. So be the true, you feel me? Be true to yourself, you feel me? Always. All right, so I'm gonna just wrap this up with that, okay? And kind of, do my thing. Okay, I love you always, and find something safe to do. Stay accountable.